Welcome to Academic Web Services Training. I am your host, David Pinter. And in this session, what we're going to be discussing is facial recognition within Adobe Lightroom Classic. If you have a stack of images and there's people's faces, it's easy to search those people out if the software has facially recognized the people in those photos. Let me show you how that works. So if I come up here, I want to make sure that we're in the library, so I'm going to hover up to the top here and I can see when it pops up, I'm in the library. If you want to see this menu static all the time, all you have to do is come up and click that little arrow right there and it just stays down in that section. If you want to have a little bit more real estate, you can just click that away and then hover up and you'll notice that you're now in the library. The first thing I want to do is I want to actually bring in a folder of some people. So I want to come over here where it says folders on the left column over here and click that little plus sign and go to add folder. Now I'm in the models folder here and I want to click on Elena Bashmakov, the Russian figure skater. So I'm going to go hit choose. So what's going to happen is Lightroom is going to give you a temporary thumbnail of the images that are inside of that folder. And it looks like all of these images are of Elena. So that's good. And we're going to come down here to the right side and click import. Now, once the images have been imported, we still have not yet actually facially recognized any of these people yet. So what's happening here, once this little button right here is clicked, it's a little button on the bottom. Here are the images in the folder. All you have to do is come down and click on this little facial recognition icon here, or click O on the keyboard. Click that, and it'll say that we have named people and unnamed people. So right now, the software is going through the folder, a stack of images, and it's trying to recognize exactly who this person is. It's pulling out all the faces of all of the images. So all we really have to do is say, okay, we know that this person right here is Elena. So let me come over here and click in the middle here and then type her name in. And then hit return on the keyboard. So what's going to happen now is you'll see that we now have a named person, named people that we know is Elena Bashmakov. Now, as the software still goes through these images here, it shows you on one of the images a little number up at the top left side. Well, it said that it's recognizing that there's 5 images exactly the same person here. So let's take a look. If I click that little button here, it's going to show you, okay, and these are the ones that are kind of darkened out a little bit, that this is all of the same person, okay, like that. So what I'll do now is instead of clicking the check mark because it says the Schultz family, okay, what I can do is I can just click on the picture and then drag it up into here saying, no, that's Elena Bashmakov. Again, we can go through all of these images to make sure it's the right person. Yeah, this is the right person, so we can take that and then just drag her up there. So another way we can do is we can just simply just click on the picture here. Okay, now it's asking you, look, is this Elaine Bashmakov? And we can say, yeah, it is. So just click the check mark and it goes back up into there. Okay, is that Carmen? No, it's not. I can take that image, say, no, that's Elena. I can put that in here. Okay, Carmen, Charday, and so forth. Elena, yeah, it's Elena. Okay, or we can just simply just click the first picture and then the last one, shift click, and then just take that and just drag them all up into the same image. Now, what's interesting about that is we have them in the catalog on the left side over here, Elena Bashmakov. But also what we have here too is on the right side of Lightroom Classic, you see this one column that says keyword list. If I fly that little menu out, you're going to notice that there are 54 images of Elena inside of this one stack. Now, what's interesting is that all of these other people that are in the keyword list have been facially recognized and identified inside of all of those images. Okay, if we want to take a look at those people, I can come over here and click on the right side, hover over the top of the image, and on the right side you'll see a little white arrow. I can click that and you'll see all of the images of Elena Bashmakov. If we want to look at another one here, we have one of Aaron Smith. We can come over here and click that one, a little arrow here, and we can see the ones of Aaron Smith. And that's pretty good. It's now recognizing people in there. Let's do another folder. So let's come over here to the folders menu again and then click on that little plus sign and click add folder. So what I want to do is I want to click on the comedians, Laura Wheeler and Ronette Daniel folder, and we'll hit choose. So again, it's giving you a temporary thumbnail view of all the images that are in that one folder. And you notice some of these images have two people, both of them in a picture. So let's come over here and then click on import. So Lightroom is importing all of the images. And then what we're going to do again is come down here and start facially recognizing who these people are. So we're going to click on the little image or O on the keyboard. And again, there's not any named people yet. So we really don't know who these people are until we tell Lightroom who they are. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to click on her name and say that this right here is Ronette Daniel. And then hit return on the keyboard. Okay, so now we know that those images are of her. Okay, I'm going to come down here, we're going to say like, wait a minute, this right here is Laura Wheeler. So let me come down here and click on this one, type in her name, and then hit return on the keyboard. So Lightroom is now going through the images again saying, hey, we know who this person is, we know who this person is, let's keep looking in that folder and pulling out all of the images that even have two people in it, okay, and say, is that Ronette Daniel? Yeah, that sure is. So let me just now click on that little check mark right there. And then what's going to happen is then she'll go pop up into this area here. Okay, there's another one. Okay, Ronette Daniel, they're saying there's two, so let me double check there. 1, 2, yeah, that's her. Okay, so let me click here. Okay, is this one Laura Wheeler? Yes, it is. So I can click on the little check mark and so forth. Another way we can do this is we can say, okay, well, this right here is Ronette. Okay, and I can hold down Command and say this is Ronette. That's Ronette. Okay, and then with those selected, I can then take that and then drag it up into her folder like this. And what I like about this, it keeps it in alphabetical order as well. Because remember, there's images in here that have both people in the same image. So let's do this one here, Laura Wheeler. I'm going to shift that one right here and start clicking on hers. Like that. Okay, we'll bring those up into Laura's. All right, let's finish these up. Got Ronette. All right, that looks good. And I got to tell you, these ladies are very, very funny. Very funny comedians. And then we'll finish up the rest of this by clicking that one, shift click here. They're all of Laura Wheeler. You notice that Lightroom knows who it is now, so let's just take that and then drag that right up in her folder. And there you have it. So now we look off to the right side here, we've got pictures of Laura Wheeler. We can just look at her images, okay? And it will show you that in these images that they have her in the facial recognized ones right here. Okay, she will be in every single image. You can come down here to Ronette Daniel, and again, she'll be in her own images. And some that are with her and also Laura as well. So there you go. That's working with facial recognition inside of Adobe Lightroom Classic.